Club. In today's video, we are drawing and painting some of my favorite animated characters. I have from like the animated movies and series that I've seen growing up and very recently also. So the movies that I've seen very recently growing up, the characters that have inspired me and that have stuck with me till today, I am painting those characters and trying to understand as to where does my inspiration comes from. And this video took me a very long time to sketch and paint. Like it's been about a week doing this. I'm not saying every single day I have been doing this, but for me to be okay with where the sketches are going, to be okay with how it was turning out, and I stuck with it and I completed it, so I give myself a pat on the back for completing it. And let's get into the video.
The first one that I made, that was the Winx Club one. So yes, so I have been watching this animated series called Winx Club since I was a kid, and I just loved what the series was about. It was a group of girlfriends who had like superpowers, who fight against the bad, and they were a couple of fairies. And they actually, this particular animated series was based out of France, I think. And this series has become, this was an animated series, right, a web series called the Winx Saga, The Fate. So now it has become into a series, so you can go and watch that as well. But you should definitely watch the actual Winx Club animated this thing. So I was in school, I think I was in the 8th or 9th grade when I used to watch it, probably 6th or 7th. So it went on for like couple of years, 3 to 4 years. And I remember we had a group of friends where each of us liked a character and we used to say that we are that particular character. So yeah, this is like, I had to include this in this video because this is the animated my favorite animated characters, painting and sketching my favorite animated characters video. So these two, the characters that I've drawn here, are my favorite characters. One is Flora and one is Musa. These are my favorite characters. I love how the fashion that was going on in Winx Club as well. You can see, if you know the Korean band BlackPink, if you see their costume, the outfits that they wear during their concerts, I find a lot of similarity in that and this. I don't know why. I've seen a couple of videos on Instagram as well where they also say that Lisa is making the Winx Club pose and this one is making the Winx Club. I don't know, maybe they have taken the inspiration, but do you also find similarities in the outfits that they have shown on Winx Club, especially that the fairy outfits that they have shown and the outfits that BlackPink wears during their concerts, also the figures, like the physical attributes that they have on the show and there, are quite similar. I feel like they're extremely thin, which I won't say is a positive body image to portray, like in the Winx Club as well as BlackPink, but it's the entertainment industry, it functions that way and it is getting better as each day passes. So the physical attributes where they are shown extremely thin, I don't like that part, but otherwise the story, the girl power part, I just love. I'm talking about the Winx Club, and also in the band, I love the BlackPink band as well. So yeah. So Blinks, if any Blinks watching or any Winx Club fan watching, comment down below if you found similarities in those two things. How to Train Your Dragon, the movie. This is one of my recent watches, and I know it came long back, and I didn't watch it then, but I watched it recently, and I was like, I love so many characters that are there in this particular series, that are like, oh my god, is such a, generally in a entire movie there's one character that's so unique, and so like it has its own flaws and has its own humor and has its own strong personality. But in this movie there are so many characters that I liked, and were such that they had a very strong, like there was so much depth to that particular character. And my favorite character, of course, are the other two leads that are there, Toothless and Hiccup. I love Toothless. Even when Toothless is shown in the background, you can see there is some other thing that he's doing. There is even if there is a scene that's going in the front and Toothless is just in the background, he's still doing something there, and so you should really watch it, this particular series, not series, movie, if you haven't watched. I think it came out with 4 parts, and I've seen 3 out of those. I just haven't seen the last part, so I haven't seen the 4th part, I guess. Nothing beats the first part, of course. Every particular movie's first part, where it goes on to create multiple parts. Nothing beats the first part. This goes for every single movie. So yeah, I love the first part. I love other parts as well, but I love the first part, and I feel bad how I missed out on it. So yeah, I love the character, I love the storyline. There are so many characters that I like in this particular this thing. Also, the sense of humor that it has, like brushing things off, of not taking it too seriously, of showing your weaknesses at the same time, and it's quite realistic of someone who has been through a tough time. The sense of humor that a person who has been through a tough time, the kind of sense of humor that person has, is the kind of sense of humor this particular Hiccup character has in the first part, at least, when he's explaining and he's introducing all the world of How to Train Your Dragon. So yeah, I loved it. I think over the period of time, the character did lose touch of his or her sarcasm, but I loved, because maybe the other parts didn't need as much as narration as these particular the first part needed. But I loved the narration that was there. I fell in love with the narration itself. So in this particular first part, I fell in love with the characters and the story so much. I loved the animation as well, but I was more in love with the character and the storyline. So yeah, that's the reason why I love how not Hiccup, Toothless turned out. I don't like how Hiccup turned out, but it's okay. We live and we learn and we move on. Oswald, this is my favorite childhood this thing. Even today I watch to calm myself down. It's just what Oswald does in a day. He gets out of his house, and what he does in that particular day is shown in this cartoon, Oswald. And it used to come on Cartoon Network. It used to come on Pogo back in the day, and you can also find it on YouTube now. So yeah, I love that all the characters that are there. I forgot to draw Weenie, which is a pretty important friend of Oswald, and it was there in the picture from which I have drawn this, but somehow I forgot to draw it, and I feel bad. So yeah, I might I didn't when I realized it was too late. because this video, as I'm telling you, it took a very long time than what it should have taken. And so yes, I am sorry, I apologize for all the Oswald fans that I have not drawn Weenie in this. But yeah, I loved Oswald, how light-hearted. I like light-hearted, funny. It's not funny. There is no humor as such in this particular cartoon, but it's very light-hearted. It's very, even today I can watch, and this is something that has stuck with me. So back in the yeah, Tangled is my favorite. I had to include at least one Disney movie. There are many favorite Disney movies that I have, but Tangled has such unique, realistic, in some ways realistic characters, and Eugene, I love the prince, not prince, he's basically a thief, but I love his character. And the movies that have great narration, I love them. There is a small clip, a small short version of it. Of course, it's a Disney movie, they get married at the end. I'm not giving a spoiler, but there's a short clip that came after the movie where the princess gets married, and that short clip is so funny. And I love the character of Eugene. I love the character of this horse, and the Disney princess as well. She's not shown like the typical. She's shown very curious, who's full of curiosity, and who, even after she cuts her hair, she looks beautiful. And I love how her hair remains the same even in the short part of this. They released a short movie, I don't know, after the main movie Tangled got released. People must have asked them like what happens to the guys, because they don't get married at the end of the movie. So they released a clip of them getting married, and in that also she has her short hair. She just pixie short hair, and she looks cute in that. And I love that it gave a nod to, generally Disney princesses have long hair and are very feminist. I'm not saying long hair symbolizes pure feminine beauty. I'm not saying that, but it's a classic feminine beauty it shows, right? Long hair and all of that. But after she cuts her hair, even then she looks cute, and even then she looks nice. So I love the sense of humor. I generally fall for, if there is a sense of humor going on, and a sarcastic sense of humor, a witty sense of humor, if that's going on in a movie, I really love that. And characters which you can relate to, not very crude characters, like not very classic characters, but like real life characters that are relatable, somewhat you can see aspects of a real life character in them, are the ones that I like. I wanted to add one particular one particular movie or series which was from anime, but these movies and series itself took me a very long time, so I couldn't include that. So I might create another part, because there are many more characters that I love. There are many more series, animated characters from series and movies that I love, and I would like to paint those as well. And if you are interested, if for example, if I'll create that when this particular video reaches 2000 views, okay, my videos only get somewhere around 500 views. So if it reaches 2000 views, then I'll make another part of it. Okay, so if you enjoyed, so thanks for watching. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you liked watching it. Like, share and subscribe. Comment in the section down below. Give me suggestions. Let's have like an interactive community thing. Give me suggestions, give me advices. give me what do you call it, constructive criticism. I'm all in for it, and I hope you take care of yourself. I hope you take the necessary rest what's needed. You do the things that you like, do the things that you enjoy, and get enough sleep, drink enough water, take care of your mental health, and make decisions that are necessary, and do things that are necessary for you, and don't overthink but still think, and do all the good things. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.